Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews of movies that talks that nerd shit. This is episode 502, and we're back again with another one of our Edward Yang reviews as we continue to look at the filmography of Taiwanese film director Edward Yang. Of course, this is the Nerd Chick. I'm here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, kind of not wonderful Monday.
Yep. Yep. Hope everyone's having a good day. I hope everyone's safe and sound wherever you're being found when this episode drops. If you're listening to this on the Monday, if you're listening to this whenever you're listening to this, honestly, I hope you're doing well. And yeah, we're continuing on with our Edward Yang month here. We're gonna be looking at his next film. Which actually, I think it's like his second film after is really right after That Day on the Beach, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Taipei Story. But before we can get into any of that, Brad, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Went to work, came back home, had some Chipotle. So double veggie, double steak. Yo, was lit.
Yep.
Fucking
Well,
lit.
you're having a good time then.
I still got to put my run in and put my weightlifting in. So I got to do that after this. So
yeah. I got a movie to watch for tonight that I need to do, and I'm gonna interview the director for tomorrow. So that's what I've got planned after we go off here today. But yeah, it should be a fun one today. This movie was, eh, I got some thoughts on this movie.
I mean, yeah.
Tell you this, Taipei in the '80s looks beautiful.
It really does, even though all the buildings look the same, like they said.
Yeah, but not much going on today, y'all. What's it called? Just doing real champ things that the guy with the purple belt wouldn't know about.
Kylie keeps calling out Dwayne. Dwayne's the last one I would call out. Just saying.
Nice to see you too, Kylie.
Glad you're here, Kylie.
Yeah. Show was almost not gonna happen today, but we gotta move on, y'all. We gotta do this shit. But yeah, my poor little Andre, what's it called today? Decided to go to wherever the donkeys go after they're dead. And but
hopefully he meets up with Daryl. I'm sure
hanging out with Daryl, bro.
Yeah,
hanging out with Daryl. Yeah. Hanging out with Daryl, hanging out with a lot of other of my fucking dogs that I've had, but yeah. Yeah, my little Andre's gone now, and that happened today in the morning. But I watched this movie and went to.
I can't say this movie helped you any. This was not a movie to watch after that.
No, but like I said, always enchanted by the way that Edward Yang captures the city. You know, the cityscapes, and I think a lot of it is just like it's kind of wild how we've seen his last movie, and we literally saw his first movie like last week, and seeing how Taipei actually changes within all of his movies. It's like because if you watch That Day on the Beach and you watch EE after that, Taipei looks very different.
Oh yeah, it really does.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I've been doing. Yeah, Kylie, I'm okay. Yeah, let's go. Rough morning, but let's go. We'll see where we go from here. But yeah, that's all really been going on today. I got to watch a movie for a interview tomorrow, and I editing some videos here for my other channel, and that's pretty much all that's been going on today. Is everything awesome when you're part of a team? Yeah.
Better than being Mr. Solo Dolo.
Yeah, exactly. Even though his name is Nate Solodolo, but you know, we love you, Nate.
I mean, it's a good name. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think anybody just wants to be Mr. Solo Dolo all the time.
It's not fun being alone all the time. But
no, voices in my head.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been a long day, but it's far from over. At least over here. Brad's gonna get his workout in after this, and then we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I think we're
hopefully
ready
to injure myself.
Please don't. Please fucking don't. Please don't end up with a torn pec like fucking Cody.
Oh God!
Lego movie commentary coming soon.
I don't even know how he managed that. So Maybe I should read up on how he managed that and not do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh, my tit already hurts.
Yeah, but yeah, let's get going, Brad. Let's talk about Taipei Story. So if you have not watched Taipei Story, this is your chance to get out of here if you care about suspense and such like that. But if you have seen it or you just don't care about spoilers, it's your chance to stay. You can stay here. But either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. Wait, Brand is starting a fitness channel on Nerdcore. Brand's like, that's as far as I can lift her right now.
My arm kind of hurts. Okay.
Yeah. Um, Brad, you have like a paragraph and a
Yeah, not that
sentence.
much. Not that much, honestly.
Yeah. So we'll see if
The
we have anything extra.
disrespect, fucking respect to Edward Yang.
Yeah. I'll see if I find any like cool trivia in the IMDb page or in that Wikipedia page.
Okay, I'll just start then. Come from our one and only source, Wikipedia. Taipei Story is a 1985 Taiwanese film directed, scored, and co-written by Edward Yang. His second full-length feature film and third overall. The film stars Yang's fellow, yes, I know, Raoul froze, fellow filmmaker Hao Su Sin and singer Sai Chin, whom Yang subsequently married. It is one of the earliest films of the new Taiwanese cinema. In the United States, Janus Films gave a limited release of the film's 4K restoration, done by the World Cinema Project on March 17th, 2017. The reason I am reading so slow is, again, roll is frozen. Um, so literally, I guess this is the literal translation: green plums and a bamboo horse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Directed by Edward Yang, written by Chu Tianwen, Hao Su Sin, Edward
Sushin.
Yang, Su Sin. I'm trying, bro.
Yeah.
Produced by Huang Yang, Lin Zhengfeng, Lu Shengcheng, and cinematography by Yang Wei Han, and release date in 1985, running time 110 minutes, or basically 2 hours.
2 hours and literally one frame. Two
Yeah.
hours and one frame. But yeah, you let's see what's here. What's it called? Anything cool here? This is of course is part of the Criterion Collection, Spy number 879, and yeah, only 6 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Wish that was the
That's kind of
wish that we
crazy.
were. Yeah,
I wonder if Roger Ebert got a review.
I don't think he probably did, but I mean it's worth a shot. Check it, On the IMDb page, it says Long is a former member of the National Little League team who lives with his old childhood sweetheart, Shin. Shin, a traditional family woman. Although they live together, Shin is weary of Long's past liaison with another girl. That's all the information we got for y'all. Like,
It
that's
looks
it.
like the only one Roger Ebert reviewed, I think, was Yi.
Yeah.
So no luck there.
Yeah. Oh man, well, what's it called? The last one had some good amount of trivia about the production, and this one doesn't have crap. So guess that should show you what's it called where it's at. But Brad, I guess let's get into it, right? Because
Yeah,
y'all got to step it up with this, man. Why can't y'all give us some more to read?
yeah. Like, come on now.
Come
We're
on
trying
now.
to run a podcast here. We
Yeah,
need content.
yeah,
We need content to make content. Do you
yeah.
understand?
Well, Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Taipei Story?
Um. So let me go over the good. So when there's good, there's gonna be bad for me when I say that. Um.
Yeah,
Again, beautiful cinematography as always.
yeah,
Amazing framing. Like Edward Yang does not miss on framing ever. I love the lead actress in many respectful ways. Um, I mean, most of the actors, like even the the director that was starring in this, like even he could act. So I liked quite a bit of this. The story was okay. I don't know. Compared to what was it, the day at the beach or
Yeah, Day on the Beach.
a day on the beach, and then Yee Yee, this story just seems like it wasn't detailed out like those were to me. It's like it was like a rough draft and you just went with it. I don't know. It
Yeah.
just because it kind of seemed to be going everywhere, and because of that, the pacing was off to me, and it just didn't bring me in like the other two we've watched. That's how I feel. Other than that, like it's definitely an Edward Yang movie, like stylized and just cinematography, framing,
Yeah.
color, music. Like it's an Edward Yang film, so it's beautiful in all those aspects. It's just this one. I don't think the story was fleshed out enough, and I think it's hurt by that, and that causes it to drag.
And I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much have these same thoughts when it comes to the film with you.
Holy shit, that's a new one.
Yeah. This didn't like, you know, do well, like I gave it the same rating that I gave that Day on the Beach, but I think I put that day on the beach higher than this one.
Yeah,
'Cause it just didn't, it didn't gravitate to me like That Day on the Beach did. I felt the film meanders a lot in the second act, to the point where it's like, we're not gonna are we trying to move or not? And I gotta say though, I love Edward Gang's use of practical lights here. I think like most of this film is pretty much practical lighting. It's not, there's no external lighting. You're using pretty much signs, the lights that are on the buildings and stuff like that. Like,
can can I just say
oh
that death scene, like it was just like that. That was the lighting in that from the cab ride and the motorcycle coming up,
yeah,
and then the awkward. It was an awkward fight. Let's be real here. But he checks and he's been stabbed, and he doesn't try to get help or anything, or no one helps him anyway, and he fucking ends up dying on the street because of it. So
yeah.
it's just it's sad. This movie is I don't want to say it's depressing, but
It's
it's
mundane.
definitely it's definitely not like sorry, it's definitely not it's definitely not a happy film in that regard. This is like uh, even a day on the beach, like you had two friends come together, that was kind of a good moment. They had good moments throughout that film. Like there wasn't really a good moment in this film except like the birthday party, which was kind of lit.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have like this story of these two characters who are drifting from each other because they want two separate things out of their lives. This man is obviously not content with his work at all. He doesn't want to do this work,
I
and
be a
he
baseball
just
player.
he's a baseball. He wants to play baseball, but he
Yeah.
just can't seem to grasp that big dream that he always wants. And he doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to leave, but he also knows that he needs to kind of move on with his life. Whereas
I,
you have this woman who is like desperately wanting to hold on to her traditional family values and marry this man and you know let's go be his wife and all these things that like she wants to be with him, but it's like
and it really felt like throughout this movie, and I'm like, just get together. Like I know like it's probably a bad idea in the long run, like because you have two people who are like they're just fucking failing all over the place. But at least they'd be failing together in some form. I
yeah,
mean, I don't know. That's how I felt through them. I'm like, just fucking just like, get over both y'all's selves and realize the she was there clean to you when you got your ass beat. You were there when she lost her job.
yeah,
You got some good in there for each other, and I get it. Like he couldn't get over that she was basically like his mistress, and he wasn't quite over his ex, and yada yada yada. And it just ends up being like two people who apparently just like to torment themselves. I think Raul's frozen again. So yeah, I let's go to Letterbox, read some reviews because Letterbox. We're gonna go Taipei Story, and hopefully by next month, Raul will have this internet thing figured out, and so we don't end up like this. So we're going to Letterbox. There we go, Taipei Story. Do I got any reviews? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 4.5 stars. A monument to all the things left behind during the unforgiving process of forging an identity. I love it. 3.5 stars. Lonely People in Neon Cities is my favorite genre. A sobering reminder of how much we lose in the march for something better.
And I was kind of gonna, you know, kind of go to that before this shit decided to fucking, you know, shit on
We can go
like,
do it right now. I
yeah,
was just filling time, dude.
nah, you good, you good. So there was just it's just having seen, you know, at this point now it's four films from Edward Yang, just how he kind of examines Taiwan and how Taiwan seems to be changing. And like I feel like this is specifically that film that is kind of nicely placed in that transition where Taiwan is going into like this very modernistic type of like
Did you get a
megaplex.
feeling? Did you get a feeling like in A Day on the Beach? I think I'm calling the title right.
That Day on the Beach.
That Day on the Beach. That was very old school
Hmm.
Taipei. Very still I think still kind of linked more to China and culture in a way, and Yi Yi and this film. Well, this film definitely you see like the Western influence taking over.
Yeah, well, because Pepsi, the Pepsi Cola can,
Oh, the whole
um,
blue jean jacket,
the
blue
blue
jean
jean
jeans look.
jacket,
Yeah.
the whole baseball thing. You know, baseball being like America's,
The
yeah,
music they played in here. Yeah.
music. Mhm. And then, like, of course, the ending when she's talking, when the lady's talking on the phone, and it's like saying, like, you know, like, oh, we have American companies coming over here now. Like they're coming over here to do their work. Like, what's the point of going to the States and, you know, landing these big companies when those big companies are sending
Are coming over
people
here.
to come over here? And of course, you know, the Fujifilm signs and stuff like that. Like, you know, you're seeing Taiwan go from like what is considered to be like where it was starting to like not be developed, and now it's actually developing, and whereas when we get to Yi Yi, it's like becoming this globalized country.
Yeah, and that's a lot because of the Western influence from both, the U.S. and Japan, which is
Hmm.
was done by Western influence by us.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was kind of just a that it's kind of cool, Edward Yang like taking this into account and showing us
Hmm.
this what happened. This is what happened to our culture. It went from this, and then it went here, and then at Yi is just full blown,
Like, yeah,
skyscrapers and
yeah,
everything.
completely globalized. We are like, you know, this big that we don't really actually like recognize ourselves anymore, and it's like this, where does this country come to? And it's just, it's such an interesting look at that, and like the way that like people are starting to like change within Taipei and within Taiwan, while they try to navigate like the culture shifting, but also the way that everything seems to be growing at an exponential rate.
Yeah, and we didn't. Luckily, we didn't get an arranged marriage scene in this.
Knowing that, I mean, well, to be fair, we did kind of get the whole feeling that the guy doesn't actually want to marry. He doesn't even know what he
Yeah,
wants.
yeah, it's true. He
Yeah,
doesn't. I mean, and then just him just going to work for his brother. Like it's definitely a story of a dude who basically just gave up.
yeah,
He
he's like,
really
yeah.
did. He could at least like he could have coached some games. He could have like little league or some shit. He could have done something.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a it's a big like it's so interesting because it's like it reminds me a lot of like Tiger Tail that came out like 2 years ago that we watched and talked about. You know, about like regret and like all these things that this old man seems to be like clinging on to, that he misses so dearly, about where he was from, and like all these things
Hmm.
that he regrets now. And like here it's like, yeah, but instead of it being an old man, it's this middle aged dude.
Yeah, yeah,
So
pretty much. And like it's just like, dude, you got time. Like
yeah,
figure your shit out. But at the same time, you got this woman who basically like adores you. Like
yeah,
she really does. She like waits for him,
yeah.
and I mean, if he doesn't have feelings for her, he just needs to tell her that so she can like fucking move on.
Yeah, she even like, I remember like in one scene she's like, "Why do you not care that I'm getting home late? And like, why do you not care about this? Why do you not care about that?" And like, it's just like because he just doesn't care.
He just doesn't
He
care,
just
and
doesn't care.
like, and you're, and maybe the best thing for her was for him to die.
Yeah, and yeah, and like and you see like at the end, of course, they're like, yeah, what's it called? That guy actually ended up going to the States. It's like, fuck, like, there was your opportunity, and you could have started over, and it
Yeah.
just, what's it called? Seems that it's just such a it's such an interesting, because it's not like so sad yet. It's just kind of showing you like how mundane lives are at this time, especially for the middle class,
Yeah.
in
I mean,
Taiwan.
and it's rough too because you see and just everybody losing their job or they can't find a job, and it's just like, damn, this is America in 2008 to 2010. Shit.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, as every day we get closer to the disappearance of the middle class here in general.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah,
It's not getting any better.
not getting any better, but yeah, the only thing I kind of like I definitely agree with you. I feel like the pacing is way too it drags way too much after the second half, and it's like, oh crap, like we're just kind of holding on, and you're like, oh, where are we gonna get to? And finally, when we get there, it's like we took too much time in that second act to really reward
Yeah.
how we get there. But I think the film is beautifully photographed, incredible. What's it called? Not like incredible like story that would just be executed better if we just spent a little less
Yeah,
time.
I think it cut out 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I think you've been
yeah,
fine.
yeah. How Xu Xian didn't do that terrible of a performance
No,
either.
I
Like
thought
he
it
did
was
pretty
really
damn good.
good. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
really good for being, a
yeah.
director
All the
turned actor.
performances weren't bad.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty damn good. Um, but overall, I'm gonna just stick with my initial rating. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this at a 7.75 out of 10. I like this. My least favorite from Yang at the moment, but it's not terrible. It's not
No,
bad. I like
no.
it. It's good.
I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10. So definitely not my favorite out of the three I've watched.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
I definitely like.
again, Edward Yang, I think, is becoming one of my favorite directors, at least in the way of being a director,
Yeah,
of the framing, and just he knows himself and what he wants. And I've seen that in three of his films so far.
yeah,
And he came in with an identity, and he left with basically the same identity. Like,
yeah. He's also very patient. A lot of his shots are very patient, and he knows exactly what he's trying to capture. And I'm like I said, I'm still like so in love with the way he captures the city, but also just the way he frames people and
mm-hmm.
how they're having conversations. It's just, I think it's very unique, and I've never seen other directors kind
I
of like frame conversations like that
I don't know
before.
if I've ever looked at windows so tenderly before. Yang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, how are you not getting a freaking reflection of the camera in there right now? Like, where did you fucking place the
Magic.
camera?
I can figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's like Kiarostami in that and life goes on. We're like, how, dude? How are you doing it? You're literally right in front of the freaking windshield.
I didn't know.
Excuse me. But nonetheless, y'all, that's been our review of Taipei Story. As we continue on with our Edward Yang month, next week we're doing another one of Brad's picks, because we're all kind of like, we're gonna do Brighter Summer Day at the end, so it's gonna be a
Because it's
little,
4 hours.
it's almost 4 hours long. So
Yeah.
yeah, next week we're gonna be doing Mahong, and that will be our next review. The week after that we'll be doing Brighter Summer Day. So we need all the time we can get to watch that film. So but we're not done yet, y'all. We're gonna be back on Thursday for our review of Prey, the new film, the new Predator film that's streaming on Hulu. We'll be talking about that on Thursday. I'm excited to talk about that. That was really good movie. So I can't wait for Brad.
I mean, should we give a shout out to our new art that we're getting?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to our marketing our lady. I can't remember her name. But she did great, man. I'm really happy with what we got. Goes to show you, Fiverr does have some good shit
It
sometimes.
does. If you look at the reviews and you go, huh, 4.5 stars, 700. Think
Yeah,
I'll try it.
yeah. Ledia XH, thank you, Ledia, to for helping us out here. We are definitely gonna go back to work with you. Yeah.
Yep.
once we get those Patreon numbers up and we can get you that cat, we can get cash. I would not be opposed to having Lydia as our marketing lady.
Nope.
So, but yeah, that's once again. Thank you so much. She's awesome. So if you want to go and get some work from her on Fiverr, go and check her out. It's Ledia, Lediaxh. And yeah, we want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters who make this show happen, along with everybody who was here in chat with us as we were doing this episode live. So thank you to Kylie. That's who was here. Thank you, Kylie, so much for being here. Want to thank our what's it called, executive producer, executive producer, our writer, and our director. Want to thank our wonderful Shane. Where can you find him, Red?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_, or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
Yeah.
I wanted to say thrifted.io, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. What's it called? Prey ought to be the best upcoming Prayer movie, the upcoming Flash movie, notwithstanding.
I mean, I'm just wondering how many more arrests Ezra Miller can rack up. Evening, Aiden.
It's just crazy. But
I don't understand.
yeah. We want to thank our wonderful writer Tony
Hey, Tony.
at Real Nerdy Dad.
Does he just send you does he
Yeah,
send you TikToks?
he's probably
I got like 17 and I just so I don't even look at TikTok anymore. I just look at Tony's messages and I just like go through them and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with TikTok.
I mean,
So Tony
I
has
got
helped me
the
out in that matter. Like I'm not missing anything if Tony found it.
pretty much, man. Pretty much. We want to thank our wonderful director, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. Kylie PLI on Twitter, Kylie P Sports 90 on Instagram, all that wonderful stuff. Go and help out. Go and follow all these wonderful people. They're awesome, and they make it possible for us to have a show here. So, without further ado, we will see you on Thursday for our review of Prey. But in the meantime, yeah, thanks Triple H, bro. Yeah, thank you Triple H. In the meantime, thank you Triple H. And in the meantime, we'll catch you all later. Brad, let's send them out.
All right, our only being host as always. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, go hug your dog.
Yep.
Young Yoda out.